Hi everyone, that's me, Gleb, and I'm glad to meet you. This is the data science exercises, and today I'm going to talk about Jupyter and best practices in Jupyter, because I have a lot of experience with Jupyter. So first of all, Jupyter and Collab, it's absolutely two same things. Yes, it's just different front end, but the idea is the same. Yes, absolutely. So, and what is it? Is a kind of computational environment. You see, so that's the interface how you can communicate with computer today. So that's today is the most simple way to make computer do what you want. Yes, to make your calculations. Yes, to execute your computational thinking, your computational tasks. You see, so maybe yesterday it was Microsoft Excel. Okay, and still today you can do a lot of stuff using Microsoft Excel. Okay, but with programming languages, of course, in your hands is a lot more power. Okay, so and you definitely should learn. You definitely should learn Python, because it's like so simple and so cool language. Yes, you can do awesome stuff with Python and Jupyter. Okay, so so there is some rules from Gleb Mikhailov. Yes, how you work in Jupyter. First rule, never ever use Python comments like say my I don't know, my function. Okay, no one reads Python comments in Jupyter. Yes, Python comments, yes, from with the hash sign is important. For example, let's go to let's say pandas GitHub. Yes, GitHub pandas. And let's see, yes, how developers write their code. Let's go pandas, so that should be. And let's, for example, go to core, and let's look at apply. I don't know what it is. So here, each function and each class has some comments, because it's important to the community that your code is easy to maintain. Yes, and you can understand what's going on. And the code here sometimes is complicated, you see. So the comments is necessary. Comments are necessary here. And generally in development, yes, when you're writing, so then you are software engineer. Yes, you should write comments and documentations. But the truth is, you are not software developer and you are not software engineer. You're just data scientist and data analyst, or in more general, you're just you operate the computer. You tell computer what to do. That's it. So for you, Python comments is useless, okay? And no one wants to understand how your stupid code works. You see, that's how analytics paradigm in programming works. You see, your code should be as stupid as possible and self-documented. If your code needs comments, rewrite it. Write more simple code. Okay, so instead of using Python comments, you should use Markdown cells in Jupyter. So here's how you switch it. Markdown. One more time. Markdown, and now you can write, for example, and it used for writing your conclusions here. For example, I have found X. You see, so and the worst thing to do is to write business your conclusion, business findings, yes, from your analysis using Python comments. You see, you could, instead of having Markdown, you could write it, I have found X. And so no one reads Python comments. They just scroll them. That's it. Okay. And in Collab, instead of Markdown, it called text, just text. But it, again, basically same thing. Yes. So here you can use it like this. Yes. I found X. Okay. And I also like to have my comments, yes, because I do a lot of like writing using Jupyter Notebook. Yes, I explore some data and do a lot of writing, a lot of comments on my on what I have found. Yes, looking at the data. That's basically, yes, like writing a blog post. Okay, so that's, and you use Markdown for it. Sometimes I like to highlight the most important findings. So to do this, you use hash here. Yes, so it's that's the irony. Yes, you avoid hash in a code cell, but you like hash in a Markdown cell, and that makes your text big and bold. That's what she said actually. Yeah, and here is same, absolutely same stuff, and here in Collab, absolutely for free, you get this this functionality here. You can like fold it, you see. And when you use hash, automatically it creates contents, yes, the table of contents, and you can navigate through it. For example, for I found Y. Oh, I'm sorry, switch. And shortcut to switch to the Markdown in Collab is Control M to switch in command mode, and then M to turn this cell into Markdown. In the Jupyter, you do it using Escape and then M. So here is to switch into the command mode. In Jupyter, you use Escape. In Collab, you use Control or Command M to switch to command mode. Okay. So that's the first rule. Never ever use Python comments. Okay. So if you use Python comments, probably your code is too complicated. You should rewrite it. And use Pandas. Pandas is very mature library, and you don't have to write any complicated functions. Very, very rarely. Avoid it as long as you can. Okay. The next rule. One cell, one action. That's very important, because I don't know, for some reasons, beginners like to write very heavy cells with a lot of action inside one cell. Don't do it, avoid it. Yes, for example, action one, I don't know, A equals 1 plus A equals 1, then I don't know, for example, B equals A plus 1, okay? And next, for example, C equals A plus B. So don't try to write all your code in one cell like this. Yeah, don't do it, because this long cell is hard to debug. And then you have like atomic cells, yes, the one line of code in one cell. It's very easy to understand what's going on, yes. But don't be like stupid here, yes. So sometimes, for example, when you are defining variables, yes, it's okay to have one cell with your kind of constants, yes. For example, A equals 1, B equals 2, C equals 3. Yes, so here is the cell with your definitions. Okay, that's okay to have that cell, but then you start to work. Yes, you use one cell, one action. Very simple. Don't try to merge the cell down and have like one cell. It's not a script. You see, Jupyter is not a script, and you are like you are researching your data. Yes, it's not like official programming, as I said, not software developer. Your code can be stupid, can be whatever it is. The only important thing that it does the job, you see. So one cell, one action. Okay. One more, the third rule of mine is that I don't like any extensions. Yes, for example, by default, Jupyter, yes, does not have this table of contents feature. So you have to install an extension, as they call it. But you know, I don't like it because, for example, if I have very like customized Jupyter, yes, when I come to some, I don't know, new organization, new company, they own Jupyter without my extension, and I feel like very uncomfortable. You see, so it's better to be minimalistic, or even on your machine. So my personal rule is never change defaults. You see, because it's like only bring your pain, nothing more. So I never change defaults in Collab. I never change defaults in Jupyter. So, and I always very comfortable at any machine. So that's my rules. Okay. What else? What else here? Yeah. So okay, yes. So no comments, only Markdown. One cell, one action. Okay, and do not use extensions. That's my Jupyter rules. And I think it's kind of it. So that's the best practices for Jupyter and Collab. Have fun, guys.